It's getting to be that time of year again, Halloween. And what I love about Halloween is that you can watch all the scary movies that are kick-ass, even funny ones, and even ones that are just frightening. And watch some movies that just suck so bad it's actually guilty pleasure just watching them during the Halloween. But I usually do collections of movies on DVD, but I'm taking it to a true new level this year because I got these. Blu Ray, bitches! These are my horror film collections on Blu Ray. And these are just, I'm about to talk about this. First things first, is the movie House of 1,000 Corpses. It is Rob Zombie's first film, and the one thing I didn't like about it at first is it felt like a music video Rob Zombie did, because it played his music throughout the films and stuff. But it's not that. It's actually a very good movie. In spite of this, don't have a very happy ending. I'll tell you that. But my favorite character in this movie has to be Captain Spaulding. This crazy-looking clown dude. He just looks so fucking awesome. He's probably one of the best story horror characters of all time. He's just so fucking awesome. And this movie's very good. I also recommend checking out Devil's Rejects, but I haven't seen that myself. But this is a good movie. Another classic film. It's not really horror film. It's more like thriller. But it's got freaking monster characters like Werewolf, the Wolfman, Frankenstein, Dracula. I'm talking about the goddamn fucking Monster Squad. This movie is classic. I mean, it's just so awesome. It's so campy. It was directed by this dude named Fred Decker. He also directed what's considered to be the worst film in the RoboCop franchise, RoboCop 3. Which is sad, because his career went down the shitter after that. Which is a shame, because this movie's actually very good. It really is. I recommend it as well. There's one movie with zombies and comedy elements. It's this movie. And damn, it is fucking awesome. Woody Harrelson may just well be one of the best protagonists I've seen in the horror zombie films. He's a guy that's pissed off, and he's trying to survive the zombie apocalypse by looking for fucking Twinkies. How cool is that? To give you a minor spoiler, there's this little girl who looks like she got bit by a zombie and about to kill her. And next thing you know, they faked those two out and they steal their shit. That is fucking awesome. That's a spoiler, but god damn it, I just had to tell you about that. That's just so fucking awesome. This movie's epic. And speaking of that Halloween trick or treat. Now this movie is probably one of the best anthology horror films I've seen. There's this character dressed up like the Little Red Riding Hood. She's known as the Virgin. And I'm not going to spoil it, but let's just say she loses her virginity. And it's so fucking epic. I'm not going to spoil it. You have to watch this movie. It is fucking awesome. Now, this movie I had a tough time trying to watch through it because the first half was so fucking slow. But once he became the Wolfman and did all kinds of crazy shit to him, it got way better. And I'll say this, the last 30 minutes of it truly redeemed this film. If it weren't for that shit, I would have probably forgotten about this film, because it's a good movie, but it's a little slow, but I recommend it. American Werewolf in London, which is another comedy horror film, and I gotta say this, at the time, even at this day, it has one of the most stunning werewolf transformations I have ever seen in my life. That's not even half it. You should see that shit in motion. It's about two American dudes, tourists, in London, and they get attacked by a werewolf. One dies, and the other survives, but he's cursed and he becomes a werewolf. And it's just so good movie. It's very awesome. You have to watch it. And I know this isn't really typical horror film, but I have to talk about this. I already reviewed it once, but that does have a pretty epic movie called Planet Terror, and it is more like a zombie apocalypse as well. Because you got slimy looking aliens, all gushy and all gory. It's just another excellent film to watch around Halloween. It's fucking awesome. Last but not least, the movie I just watched recently, literally just a few minutes ago, the original Child's Play. And what made this movie so brilliant is he is an evil serial killer inside a fucking children's doll. I mean, look how pissed he is! He's pissed off because he's in a child's toy, which is why it's called Child's Play. He's in a doll known as Chucky, and he is a psychopathic little bastard. Especially when he runs, he looks like he runs and goes, this movie's so epic. I love this. This is by far one of my favorite horror films I've ever seen. Because it's not gory or anything, but it's just so epic. You have to see this movie. I know later films got a lot more silly, but this is a lot more serious tone than those other later films, but this is still a classic. I highly recommend it. In fact, I highly recommend this fucking shit. Happy Halloween, bitches! Till next time, bitches! Happy Halloween! Have a good, safe Halloween! Later! Till next time, bitches!